Hello, lovely souls. Welcome to Magnetize Official, your sacred space for exploring life, love, spirituality, and the law of attraction. If you're new here, it's such a joy to have you. Grab a cozy spot and settle in, because we're about to dive deep into the magic and mysteries of today's reading. First of all, I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude for each and every one of you who's tuned in today. Your presence here means so much. Know that by simply showing up and sharing your energy, you are actively contributing to the flow of messages and insights that come through in today's reading. You are part of the co-creative process, and your energy is a vital part of how these messages unfold. Right from the moment I connected to the energy, even before pulling any cards, a powerful download came through. It's a continuation of a theme that has been emerging in recent readings, something that I feel is important for many of you. It's about how your light, your openness, and your ability to be emotionally vulnerable are going to stir things up in a profound way, especially with those around you who might be struggling to open their own hearts, or who have been blocking parts of themselves from healing. I feel that I might be picking up on the energy of someone who has recently crossed paths with a new person, or perhaps shared a deep part of yourself, your world, or your heart with someone, only to feel that your energy was met with rejection or a lack of reciprocity. If this resonates with you, I want to share an important message. The energy you've offered is not lost. When you give from a place of unconditional love, that energy is never wasted. Even if it doesn't seem like it's being received in the moment, that energy continues to exist in the quantum realm, rippling out and having an impact on that person's life in ways that may not be immediately visible. Trust that. Even if they're not currently able to fully process or connect with that energy, what you shared will stay with them. The love, the openness, the vulnerability, it's all active, and it will find its way into their consciousness, even if it takes time. So, if you're feeling like your efforts weren't fully recognized or reciprocated, know that your light has made an impression. You've sparked something that may ignite in their life later on. The seeds you've planted with your pure heart are still very much alive and may grow in ways you can't even imagine right now. Keep shining, knowing that your authentic energy is powerful and transformative, whether or not it's immediately acknowledged. There is always a deeper purpose behind the people, places, and connections you are drawn to. Whether it's a conversation, an interaction, or simply feeling called to share a particular piece of information, there is a reason behind it all. I sense that many of you, especially those tuning in right now, have been following your heart with incredible trust, using it as your compass. You've been moving with this free-flowing energy, allowing yourself to be led by inspiration and intuition. Because of this, you may have found yourself in situations where you felt a strong pull to speak to someone, to share something from your heart, or to offer guidance, even when you weren't entirely sure why. This is the way the divine works. Our guides, our higher selves, they are all gently guiding us to follow that inner spark, to share what's on our heart, and to engage in conversations that might not fully make sense at the time. But there's always a reason behind it, even if we don't fully understand it in the moment. The more we lean into this guidance, the more aligned we become with our true purpose, and the more we are able to share our light in ways that will resonate deeply with others. Now, I'm going to pull a few cards to start our reading today, beginning with the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I'm curious to see what messages want to come through for the beautiful divine feminines tuning in today. The first two cards we have are Get Grounded and Deep Replenishment. With Get Grounded, I'm hearing that recently, some of you may have felt a little off-center. Perhaps you've been around certain people or in situations that drained you or pulled you away from your center. This message may not be for everyone, but I sense there is someone out there who has been giving so much of themselves to others, whether through overextending your energy, connecting too deeply with the 3D world, or simply pouring out your heart without taking the time to replenish yourself. If that resonates with you, then this is your reminder. It's time to reconnect with your inner world. Make space for yourself to be still, to breathe, and to restore your energy. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Giving from a place of depletion only leaves you feeling drained and unbalanced. The most powerful thing you can do for yourself and for others is to take the time you need to ground yourself, to replenish your energy, and to reconnect with your own soul's rhythm. Your heart's compass has led you to this very moment, and now it's asking you to slow down and honor your own needs. In doing so, you'll find that you can give even more deeply and authentically from a place of fullness. I'm sensing a very specific message coming through right now, and it's focused on the energy of people-pleasing and being affected by others' opinions. I feel that some of you have been on the receiving end of questions or judgments from those around you. They may have been wondering what you're doing, why you're doing it, or what it is you're creating in this world. And for some of you, these questions or doubts might even come from people who simply don't understand your soul's purpose, or they might overlook or dismiss the incredible mission you're on. I'm hearing that whoever this message is for, you've been called to something truly extraordinary, a higher-level soul mission that is completely unique to you. And that uniqueness can sometimes make others uncomfortable or confused. They might not understand why you are operating the way you are, or why you are so deeply connected to this higher calling. This can be difficult, especially when you feel a bit ungrounded, perhaps overextending yourself or getting too caught up in other people's energies and opinions. When you're in that space of emotional vulnerability, you might empathically pick up on others' misunderstandings about your path, and it can start to make you question yourself or doubt your purpose. But I want to remind you of something incredibly important. Don't give up. Don't shut down what you've started just because others may not see it or understand it. I don't know exactly who this message is for, but I sense that there's a divine feminine here who has begun walking a very powerful path. This path is aligned with your core soul's intentions for this lifetime. It's a path that only you can walk, and it's one that's calling you to stay strong despite the confusion or doubts others may project onto you. I'm also seeing the image of a delicate flower just beginning to break through the surface. This is a metaphor for something in your life, perhaps a dream, a new direction you've started moving in, or a vision that's beginning to bloom. And just like that young flower, your dream or vision is fragile in its early stages. It's full of potential, but it needs to be nurtured and protected from harsh conditions or premature judgment. This is a sacred moment where you must protect the delicate growth of your dream, allowing it the time and space it needs to take root and grow strong. This may mean, for a time, keeping some things to yourself. I'm hearing that it's okay to take action in silence, to create in secrecy. Let your results speak for themselves. Sometimes the people around you may not fully understand your process, but when they see the fruits of your labor, it will become clear. Be very discerning about who you share your vision with at this moment. Not everyone needs to know the details, especially if they are not walking the same path or holding the same energy as you. Trust that the energy you're building is powerful and it's meant to grow in its own time, at its own pace. You are exactly where you need to be, and the divine timing of it all is unfolding perfectly. Protect your energy and your vision, and know that with patience and persistence, it will flourish. I'm picking up on a very specific masculine energy right now, and this could be someone close to you, a family member, a platonic friend, or someone you've shared a romantic connection with, either in the past or present. Regardless of who they are, there is a deep sense of love and admiration coming from this person toward you. However, there's also a strong undercurrent of fear, and within that fear, I sense a desire for control, or at least a need to predict and understand your actions and choices. It's important to recognize that this doesn't necessarily come from a malicious place. In fact, I'm hearing that this person might be so afraid of losing you, or not being able to connect with you in the way they desire that they try to influence or shape your path, possibly even subtly trying to steer you away from choices or goals they fear might distance you from them. The truth is, this fear is rooted in their own insecurities, not in any lack of love or care. But despite this, I'm sensing a certain need for control, especially when it comes to the path you're walking or the decisions you're making. What's interesting is that this feels like someone who is either currently very close to you or who has been a significant part of your life at some point. Their deep connection to you over time, or the closeness you've shared, may have created a sense of entitlement, almost like they feel they have some ownership over your energy, your time, or the decisions you make. Of course, this isn't true ownership. No one truly has ownership of your energy, but it can feel that way for them because of the bond you've shared and the expectations they may carry from that. Now, I'm feeling that you're being called to step into a place of greater independence and empowerment. You are being encouraged to make bold decisions and take powerful steps forward, regardless of how this person might feel about them or how they might react. I know that might seem daunting, especially if you've been used to considering their feelings or taking their thoughts into account when making big choices. But this is about your growth, your mission, and your purpose. It's time for you to honor your soul's calling and trust that the right steps for you will lead you to exactly where you need to be. Interestingly, what I'm sensing is that this person, despite their fear and desire to control, is actually going to experience a powerful transformation as you continue on your journey of empowerment. By choosing to embrace your own path and your own truth, you will indirectly inspire this masculine energy to go through a transformation of their own. The more you step into your own strength and independence, the more they will begin to recognize their own limitations and fears, and ultimately, this could lead them to confront and heal some of their own inner struggles. This transformation will be a mutual one, even if it seems like you're on two separate paths right now. Your growth is not only helping you align more deeply with your soul's mission, but it's also creating a ripple effect that will eventually help this person grow too. So, trust the process, and know that as you empower yourself, you're also opening the door for healing and growth in this connection, no matter how it might look at this moment. I'm sensing that right now, you are going through a profound process of reinvention. It's like you've stepped into a powerful period of transformation, and I'm hearing the words breakthrough and reinvention loud and clear. The energy around you right now is all about leveling up and embracing a fresh, new version of yourself. It's as though you're getting ready to introduce yourself to the world in an entirely new way. Whether that's through something you've already done in the past, but now with a whole new vibe, or it could be stepping into a completely new chapter of your life. Whatever it looks like for you, it's all part of this incredible shift you're navigating. What I'm feeling right now is that it's so important for you to really ground yourself in this moment of transformation. Imagine yourself as an anchor, holding steady as you navigate this exciting breakthrough. The early stages of this reinvention are delicate, so take care to protect them. Don't rush into everything all at once. Give yourself the time to rest, to pause, and to integrate these deep shifts that are unfolding within you. You're undergoing some powerful, energetic changes, and it's essential to honor the space you need to assimilate them fully. Remember, you don't need to force things to happen. Allow them to unfold naturally at your own pace. I'm also hearing that things are about to pick up momentum for you. If you've been feeling like things in this direction have been moving in fits and starts, maybe there's been some progress followed by a period of pause and then more forward movement, know that this is all about to shift. I'm getting a strong sense that the momentum is going to build in a much more consistent and steady way. The key here is to not give up when things slow down, and don't feel discouraged by the pauses along the way. These breaks are necessary for you to rest and recalibrate, but as long as you continue to stay anchored in your new intentions and keep moving forward, even in small steps, you're going to see things pick up in a way that feels much more reliable and powerful. So, trust the process, even if it feels like it's slow. Know that the gradual, steady movement will build in an exponential way. This is just the beginning of something incredible, and every step you take, no matter how small, will compound and lead to an unfolding that will amaze you. Keep going. The next level is waiting for you, and you're absolutely ready for it. I'm sensing that very soon, as you continue to stand firm and grounded in your dreams and desires, you're going to start experiencing a wave of momentum that brings significant, positive changes into your life. These changes may appear almost like quantum leaps to others, as if everything is shifting and accelerating in ways that feel almost miraculous. Anyone who may have doubted your choices, questioned your path, or even spoken negatively about the direction you're headed in will soon find themselves backpedaling on those words. The success you achieve will be undeniable, and in the face of it, they will have no choice but to retract their doubts. In fact, your progress will inspire them to look at their own journey with new eyes, motivating them to take action toward their own success. As we move forward, I'm getting a message about the need to release control in order to come into true balance. There's a sense here that something is holding you back, preventing the flow of energy that you need to move forward. With the surrender card in reverse and balance also reversed, I'm being guided to ask, what do you need to let go of? What aspect of control do you need to release to allow the natural flow of life to guide you? This might be something that's not immediately obvious, but there is an invitation here for you to soften and open up, allowing the universe to work with you rather than against you. At this point, a card flew out, the Ace of Cups, in reverse. This card is often about the feelings we give that aren't returned in kind, a kind of emotional imbalance, especially when it comes to love or relationships. There's a sadness that comes from giving and not receiving in equal measure, and that's what I'm picking up on. Someone here may be feeling like they've poured love and energy into a situation or a person, only to feel as though their efforts aren't being reciprocated. For some of you, especially if you're a divine feminine tuning into this message, this could relate to a masculine energy. Perhaps you've felt drawn to a person or a situation where your emotions weren't being returned, or your affection wasn't being recognized in the way you had hoped. It's understandable to feel stuck or fixated on someone who isn't showing up the way you deserve. But I'm hearing that this is an important moment of release for you. You may need to shift your focus away from that energy of unreciprocated love and redirect it back to yourself. It's time to remind yourself that you are worthy of love that flows freely and naturally in both directions. There's no need to force or fixate on something that isn't meeting you halfway. The universe is calling you to release the attachment to that imbalance, and in doing so, you'll create space for something or someone who is more aligned with your energy, who will recognize your worth and match your love and affection. Trust that by letting go of this, you're opening the door to a more fulfilling and balanced connection. I feel like there's a deeper layer of understanding coming through right now, and I want to share this with you because it's important. It's not so much that this person doesn't have feelings for you. Emotionally, they're absolutely drawn to you, possibly even on a soul level. The issue seems to be that they have a hard time expressing these emotions fully. There's an internal block, something holding them back from showing you the depth of their feelings. I'm picking up on a masculine energy here, someone who felt this magnetic pull towards you, like a vortex drawing both of you in. The connection between you two was powerful, immediate, and intense. It was almost like they couldn't help but be pulled in, but then something shifted. They suddenly pulled back, withdrawing in a way that felt abrupt. Why? It seems like they were overwhelmed, emotionally triggered by the intensity of the connection, and worried they had revealed too much of themselves to you. They opened up, maybe without even realizing it, and shared things they hadn't planned on sharing. But here's the thing. What's really going on is that their soul connected with yours. And in that moment, they felt a sense of ease, a sense of comfort they may not have felt before. Their soul was speaking through them, sharing deeper truths, but then their human ego started to interfere. The ego got triggered by this vulnerability, and they began to worry that they had gone too far, overshared, or maybe even exposed too much of themselves too soon. They didn't expect to feel so vulnerable or exposed, and now they're grappling with that feeling. This could be in a romantic or platonic context. Take it as it resonates for you, but I'm sensing that the intensity of the connection was undeniable. It may have felt like sparks flying, like something huge was unfolding, only for them to pull back, confused about how much they revealed or how open they were. They're definitely overthinking everything that was said, perhaps questioning their behavior, wondering if they crossed some kind of line. There's also something here about circumstances or external factors playing a role. I'm getting a sense of worry. This person may be feeling like they weren't professional enough in their interactions with you. This could be in a work setting, or it could be related to any kind of formal or structured environment. They may feel like they went off script or shared more than they should have, and now they're questioning if they came across in the right way. For others, this might not be related to professionalism. It could simply be someone who is obsessing over the way they came off to you, worried that their openness was too much too soon. The key here is that this person is in their head, overanalyzing the situation. They might have unintentionally opened up on a deep emotional level, and now they're unsure about what that means for your relationship, whatever kind of relationship that might be. So if you're feeling this energy around you, know that it's coming from a place of genuine internal conflict. This person's soul feels the connection with you, but their ego is struggling to catch up with what's happening. What I'm really sensing here is that this connection goes beyond the surface level. Their soul immediately felt at ease with you, and that's because there's a deep soul-level bond between you two. It's not just a passing connection. It feels like a soulmate or twin flame energy that's been building for a while. There's a strong sense of familiarity between you, as though your souls have known each other for lifetimes. You share many of the same traits and qualities, and I'm picking up that you might even be on similar life paths, following soul missions that align in a lot of ways, even if those paths look different in the physical world. The themes you both are meant to explore, whether it's love, freedom, creativity, or something else, are remarkably similar. Now, Even if you're not seeing this as a romantic connection, this could also be a platonic relationship. The essence of it still remains the same, a profound bond that can't easily be ignored. It's almost like there's an unspoken understanding between you two, a familiarity that goes beyond words. Here's the thing that I'm really picking up on right now. This person might be feeling out of balance because they kan kry stasa na siway control the intensity of their feelings when they're around you. They might be struggling with how much they open up to you, or even how much they're drawn to you. This connection has the potential to trigger a lot of deep emotions, and it seems like their natural instinct has been to pull back because they're unsure of how to manage all of these feelings. If you're feeling some sadness because this person suddenly withdrew or distanced themselves, the most powerful thing you can do right now is give this situation some space. Take a step back, shift your focus back onto yourself, and reconnect with your own inner strength and self-love. One of the best ways to do this is by literally taking the time to remind yourself of everything you love about yourself. Reflect on your qualities, your uniqueness, and all the reasons why you're worthy of deep love and connection. As you do this, you'll find that your energy naturally shifts and magnetizes into something even more powerful. In this space of self-love, you'll begin to attract the right energy, and this person will start to miss the connection you once had. Whether it's platonic or romantic, the magnetic pull between you two is undeniable. The more you focus on yourself, the more they'll feel the absence of your energy. You'll create a space where they can miss your presence, and they'll be drawn back to you. It's all about allowing them the space to come to you. Don't feel the need to chase or overextend yourself. If this is meant to deepen in the physical world, then trust that the energy will naturally flow back toward you. With the Sun card appearing upright, there's an incredibly positive, powerful energy surrounding this connection. I'm hearing very strongly that there's a divine masculine energy that is sending you a lot of spiritual energy right now. This is someone who is energetically connected to you, and while they may be processing their own emotions and pulling back, the energy between you two is still very much alive and evolving. Stay centered in your own light and allow the connection to unfold naturally. What I'm picking up here is that this person may be going through their own awakening, and that's why things are feeling so intense for them. Connecting with you has sparked something within them, almost like a light bulb moment, where they're suddenly becoming aware of deep emotions and truths that they hadn't processed before. They're feeling a kind of energy from you that they've never experienced, and it's leaving them both in awe and a bit off balance. I keep hearing, "I've never met anyone like you before." There's this deep sense that you've touched something within them that they didn't even know was there, and it's stirring up a lot of feelings they weren't prepared for. It's almost like they're realizing that they've met their match, spiritually and energetically, through you. However, because these feelings are so overwhelming for them, their human self is struggling to process all of this. They're unable to control the depth of what they feel, and as a result, they may have pulled back or withdrawn suddenly from communication. It's almost like an emotional reflex to protect themselves, to create distance from something they're not sure how to handle. But in doing this, they're simultaneously feeling drawn to you even more, because they recognize that there's a rare energy between you two, one that they haven't encountered before. Now, you may or may not feel the same way about this person at this moment, but from their perspective, you are someone who resonates with them on a deep level. The connection between you feels incredibly well matched, spiritually, energetically, and perhaps even emotionally. though they might not be able to fully express that right now. Something about the intensity of the connection has overwhelmed them, and that's why they've stepped back. This is where it's so important to give them the space they need, while you focus on grounding yourself and returning to your own center. The Strength card shows up here, and it's a powerful reminder to stand strong in who you are. It's about overcoming any doubts or fears you may have about yourself and embracing the courage to move forward. I'm getting a message that for someone here, your soul mission or purpose is calling you to be brave, to put yourself out there in ways that might feel vulnerable or even uncomfortable at first. Whether you're creating something from the depths of your soul, art, music, or anything that requires you to open up, you are being asked to share it with the world. It's not an easy thing to do, especially when it requires you to be so open and authentic. But remember, very few people actually communicate or express themselves from the heart in this way. You have a unique gift, and the world needs that gift. Embrace it. Lean into the bravery required to show up fully as your most authentic self. The path ahead may feel intimidating at times, but know that it is exactly what you are meant to do. The more you step into this authentic expression, the more you'll resonate with others, just as this person has resonated with you. Keep trusting in your journey and in the power of your soul's voice. This is what makes you and your creations so incredibly powerful, unique, and magnetic to the world around you. Your ability to open your heart and share your true self with such raw authenticity is a gift that very few people have the courage to offer. Yet, as empowering as it is, it can also feel very vulnerable. There may be moments when you catch yourself questioning, am I being too open? Am I sharing too much? Is my heart too exposed? These feelings are completely natural when you're living from such an authentic place. But here's the thing. Every time you share from your heart, that energy is never wasted. Even if you don't see immediate results or tangible effects, rest assured that everything you put out into the world from a place of true authenticity is transforming your reality in ways you can't yet fully perceive. The more you open up, the more you create a ripple effect that changes everything around you, little by little. And beyond that, the energy you're emitting is making you magnetic to the very connections you've always been meant to attract. Deep, meaningful, and soul-nourishing relationships. What I'm picking up strongly is that most people walk through life with their core soul frequency clouded by limiting beliefs and self-imposed barriers. Because of this, they struggle to form those deep, authentic connections they yearn for. Their true soul tribe can't hear them because they are so trapped in the noise of those limiting thoughts and fears. But you, on the other hand, have done the work of stripping away these layers. You've shed the false programs and limitations that once held you back. And now you're broadcasting such a clear and pure signal of who you truly are at your soul's core. Now, I won't lie. There will be moments when others may not understand or fully accept this level of openness. That's okay. Sometimes people shy away from authenticity because it challenges them to confront their own fears of being open. But while some may reject your light, you will also find that your soul tribe is starting to hear you more clearly. The people who resonate with your energy, who are vibrating on the same frequency, will begin to appear in your life in unexpected and beautiful ways. As you continue to align more deeply with your true self, you will notice that certain connections feel instant and effortless. These are the people who share a deeper, more ancient bond with you, your soul family. When you meet them, it will feel like coming home. You won't need to explain yourself. They'll just get you. They'll understand your energy language, the unspoken words that flow between your souls. These relationships will feel natural because they are rooted in a shared understanding that transcends any physical language or social barriers. This is the beauty of living authentically. By allowing your heart to lead, you are not only transforming your own reality, but also opening the door for others to connect with you in the deepest, most meaningful ways. Keep trusting this path and know that as you continue to share your light, the world will respond. Your soul family is out there, waiting for you to show up fully as yourself. And as you do, you will begin to see the universe bring them closer to you. What you'll start to notice more and more is that the usual physical 3D language, the one we use to explain ourselves, justify our actions, or get others to see us, will begin to feel cumbersome. You might find yourself less inclined to rely on these words, as if you no longer have the patience or the desire to use them in the same way. And that's because, as you continue to evolve and ascend to higher vibrations, connecting with higher timelines and realities, 3D language just won't seem to fit the way it once did. It's like trying to run an old, outdated program on a brand new, state-of-the-art computer. It slows everything down, preventing the flow you're used to. You might find that using words to explain yourself or connect with someone feels like you're dragging the whole process down, as if there's something more fluid and immediate that should be happening, but words just can't quite capture it. This shift can be frustrating at first, but it's actually a sign that you are tuning into a new way of communicating, one that transcends the limitations of the physical world. The people who are truly quantum connected to you, those who vibrate on a similar frequency and belong to your soul family, will understand you without the need for words. They'll understand the essence of who you are, even in the moments when you can't find the perfect words to express yourself or explain how you're feeling. In fact, they will understand you in the silence, because even when no words are spoken, energy is always being transmitted. That energy doesn't need language. It speaks directly to the soul. If you find yourself in situations where you're trying to explain or justify your thoughts and feelings, and it feels like the words are falling flat or not connecting, this could be a sign that the person you're engaging with is not energetically aligned with you. They might be at a lower vibrational frequency, or they could be very blocked within themselves, making it harder for them to pick up on the energy you're transmitting. In these moments, it's as if you're speaking a language they don't even understand, the language of your soul. However, those who are meant to be in your life, those who are a part of your soul family, will speak that same language immediately. They will understand you effortlessly, without needing an explanation. And this is how you'll know that you are magnetizing these deeply aligned connections into your life. The more you evolve and step into your true self, the more these soul connections will show up, and you'll realize the communication with them flows without any effort, beyond the need for words. It will feel natural, like a deep knowing, because the language of your soul is universal, and it always finds its way home. Support this journey by interacting with the content, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Your engagement helps expand this loving and supportive community, and it ensures you won't miss future readings packed with wisdom and inspiration. And if you'd like to show some extra love and help the channel grow, you can send a super thanks. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for joining me today on this voyage of discovery and personal transformation. May you move forward with courage, clarity, and a deep trust in the incredible journey unfolding before you. Until we connect again, lovely souls, sending you love.